Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. If you like the commodities sector, if you like learning about new things, if you want to look at something from a different paradigm or different angle, this channel's for you. Click subscribe, give me a thumbs up for the content, and leave some comments below. I'm going to be looking at technology, and we're looking at the technical analysis here. Technology. So remember, a lot of this stuff is developed by myself. This isn't, I have read books, I have looked at things. I've got an engineering degree, I've done lots of math, lots of science. So I'm correlating these things with momentum, velocity, power. I'm not necessarily, I have read some books, don't worry, but no one told me that the charts necessarily work this way. I just looked at these things, and over time, I've noticed certain things and correlated things over time. And one of the things that I propose that I've said in other clips is that everything was very, as things were moving, they were very correlated. So they were moving together like this, up and down. And with inflation coming and with rising rates, it puts pressure on technology. It puts pressure on some of the overall stock market, where those stocks could potentially go down and commodities are going to break apart and go up. We've seen this in history, and I think it's going to happen again. I just don't know exactly when and what it looks like. They say history rhymes, and it does rhyme. So I think it will happen again. So one of the things I'm looking at is the technology sector very closely. If this thing tanks, I want to see what that relationship is to the companies that we hold in the commodity sector. Is this thing, locked together and like they're going down together, or is this thing starting to break apart where we see that break? So that's one thing I'm always looking at, is I'm looking at the other sectors saying, are these things going down? Are they going to go sideways? Are they moving up? What's going on? Because they could still be correlated with what we own, which then gives us better buying opportunities if they're still correlated and haven't broken yet. So here's the technology sector. I'm going to go into this and give you my opinion. I'm going to look at some of the market leaders, or what I think are market leaders. So this is technology, just checking out the side window to see what this sector is doing. Is this a topping pattern or a short-term pullback? And we want to focus on momentum. So here we're looking at this. We still have a good momentum going up. This isn't a total rounding process. Is it the beginning of that process? I don't know. But it does still have some good momentum going up. At least the NASDAQ composite does. So it doesn't look absolutely horrible. We do see the volume kicking up, but the volume does kick up at tops. So I want to continue to see what this thing does. Is it going to come all the way down here and then develop a shoulder, kind of head shoulder pattern? I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. But here's Tesla. It looks like its uptrend line is broken to the downside, and we still have some pretty big down days and big down weeks and candlesticks. So I'm still looking at this. I think I see weakness. We broke the first trend line. Is this thing going to come back here and find support? We'll see. Again, Amazon. We've got this. This is what I look for. We've got a dark cloud cover. It means we're heading lower. And then we have the reversal pattern right here. This is a bullish piercing. We have another bullish engulfing here. So we did a bullish piercing, pulled up, bullish engulfing, pulled up, and then we created this pattern here. We've got dark cloud cover right here, and we've got these dark cloud cover. We're coming up, and it's boom. We kick down to the downside. Will this pull back? I'd like to see. I'd like to see what happens here, because we broke out of the downside of this. We broke to the downside of this pattern. That's Amazon. So here's Apple. Again, we're breaking these uptrend lines. We've got nice big dark cloud cover. So we're kind of coming up. The momentum is slowing. Boom, we popped up to the downside. Is this a short-term pullback, or is this more of a topping pattern? And the reason I think some of these could be topping patterns is I'm looking at those market conditions. I'm seeing other sectors rotate higher that we wouldn't normally see if we weren't at a bottom. So we're at a bottom of commodities, and I think these are at tops. And it's going to take some time for this momentum to get worked off. So we may go sideways. We may kind of bounce back and forth like this, and then eventually it rolls over. May take a year or two. So I'm just watching these things. Facebook, same thing. We've got this sideways pattern going on. Looks like we got a wick at the top. Is this thing going to come back down? We'll see. Roku, this is a weekly chart pattern. Roku's coming back pretty hard. This was kind of a market leader that I saw that was pulling up quite strong, and then boom, it got hit on its head quite dramatically here, and it's pulling on back. Same with the trade desk. We're seeing these big down days and not many up days here. It's like the sellers are in control and they're selling off. I don't see the volume, so maybe they're still okay. Maybe this is just a normal pullback, but it's something I'm watching. And here's NEO. We got this downtrend break. This is when I like to buy these downtrend breaks. Now, you have to be patient because these are many months here. So if you bought this, you just have to wait, and then boom, it went way higher. Now, this is changing. We have market conditions changing this. We have a bearish engulfing, dark cloud cover, bearish engulfing, and here we are heading lower. Maybe it comes back to this line. Maybe it breaks through it and heads all the way back down to $1. I don't know. But it's something to watch. And I'm just watching this technology sector because I think it's going to come under pressure with higher rates, and with more inflation brings higher rates. And if they try to hold all this, through cost curve control and hold the rates lower, I think it's going to be absolute rocket fuel for commodities and precious metals. And just to show you from an opposite end of the spectrum, this is Norilsk Nickel. It's not a technology company. It is a nickel and platinum group metal company that I like very much. But you can see that the up days are much larger than the down days here. And you have a little bit of a pullback. You've got a trend line break here. So if you were to draw a trend line here, it broke to the upside, and we're pulling on back. We've got a nice big wick at the bottom. We don't have wicks at the tops. We don't have a large dominating force of down days over here. So I think this is obviously going to go up, but it looks very much different than, say, these charts over here, where it's starting to get real top heavy and a bunch of down days. So I just wanted to show that as a comparison. I very much like Norilsk Nickel. Everything they sell is going to be on fire. Because platinum group metals, copper and nickel, I'm like, you can't get any better metals than that. So I like that company quite a bit. Technology, is this an overall top? You guys, let me know below. Do you think technology is topping out here, or do you think it's just a short-term pullback? Why do you think so? I think there are some technology companies that are going to buck the trend and go absolutely way higher because they're going to be used in oil extraction. They're going to be used in other commodities, like maybe there's some technology that they use to find more materials, more minerals, maybe extraction methods that have technology in it that are going to just absolutely crush it. So I do think some technologies are going to do very well. I do think other technologies that are very highly dependent on growth and under an inflationary environment are not going to do very well. So, if you guys like this content, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. Let me know your opinions in the comment section. Do you think this technology sector is an ultimate top? I don't know. I'm going to continue to watch it to see how this thing plays out, but it does look pretty toppy. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.